What's up everybody, it's me E-Man from E-Man's Movie Reviews, and today we're going to review Gemini Man. Okay, let's do a quick intro. Henry Brogan is an elite assassin getting ready to retire until he finds out that he's been targeted by a younger assassin who looks just a little too familiar. Okay, let's get on to the good.
The good.
Well, we should definitely start off with the absolute best part of this movie, which is going to be the action. As advertised, the Will Smith versus Will Smith fight and chase scenes deliver some rather suspenseful moments that will keep you engaged whenever the two are on screen together. It was pretty cool to see Will Smith live up to his character's own legend by kicking butt and taking names later. His younger version was equally as dynamic and fun to watch when there was a conflict. Many of these scenes were supported by some unique camera work at play. The cinematography becomes readily noticeable during the chase scenes as we switch back and forth from like first to third person viewpoints. Now when it came to the acting, of course, Will Smith did not disappoint. He brought on the expected wit and charm and even threw in the tried and true watery-eyed routine. The supporting cast did a solid job as well, with Benedict Wong providing some light comic relief, and I actually really like how Mary Winstead's role was handled in this film, especially how capable they made her character. Alright, enough of that, let's get on to the bad.
The bad.
One of the weaker points with Gemini Man is the plot itself. I think some of that suffered from the marketing because it's extremely hard to walk into this film without knowing that Will Smith's character has a clone coming to kill him. Now the problem here is that the movie sets up this premise as if it's a surprise. Once this is revealed in the film, it really doesn't give us any more substance except for just a couple more action scenes here or there. Furthermore, when the characters are finally caught up to knowing what you, the audience, already know, it's a bit hard to relate to them when they have these dramatic moments. As a result, we have a lot of the tears from Will Smith going to waste on moments that just felt emotionally flat. To make matters worse, because you already know the basic premise of the movie, it's not entirely difficult to predict what will happen later. In other words, it's hard to feel the emotions that this movie really wants you to feel because we already knew the secret of the clones and it's not that big of a twist. Last but not least, but the visual effects in this movie took a deep dive the further the movie went on. Obviously, the big selling point here is the de-aged Will Smith. While these special effects do work rather well in the first half of the movie, it completely falls apart towards the very end of the film. You would think that the budget ran out or something for the CGI special effects team. There were just moments when the young Will Smith character would look kind of cringeworthy because the illusion of him being real was starting to wear off. Remember when that Tupac hologram was a thing? There was some news that the film was supposedly shot in a higher frame rate, but at the same time only 14 theaters in the entire US were showing it at the appropriate frame rate. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but I wasn't at one of those 14 theaters during my screening, and for me, the end of this movie looked like a real mess. Alright, let's get to the reason.
The reason.
Gemini Man is an action-packed and forgettable film that allows Will Smith's good acting talents to go to waste. The crazy thing about this movie is that I suspect it would have been so much better had it been released on Netflix or some other streaming platform. I also don't think the advertising did this movie any favors. Now, if someone were able to stumble completely cold with no knowledge at all about what Gemini Man is about, then I could totally see that being a much more enjoyable movie-going experience. So when it comes to the rating for Gemini Man, I've got to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Thankfully, this movie has enough action involved that it's still going to be entertaining and it minimizes any level of disappointment. Now, I wouldn't really be in a super rush to go see Gemini Man, but if you do, keep expectations very low. I know it's a Will Smith movie, so sometimes people expect it to be, a certain quality, and just do the matinee or discounted price. Well, that's all I got for today. Have you seen Gemini Man already? If you did, let me know what you thought about the movie in the comments down below. I'd really like to see how everybody else felt about it. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I truly do appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.